So what would happen, I think, well, it would be a very big cat, and you get a laser pointer and make the cat chase the laser pointer. That's how you would, yes. Yeah, see? Yes. And then instead of like meow, it'll be like meow.
If a cat got large, man, I hope it's a friendly cat. If it were my cat, I would go buy a saddle so that I could ride him around town, because that's what I would want to do. But the main thing is that he's a friendly cat and that we quickly feed him so he doesn't start eating people.
视频前的你，如果在男性持久力、勃起硬度等方面不满意，现在就加郭老师微信358163379，让郭老师帮助你持久坚挺，延时20到40分钟，补肾壮阳，延时助勃，增强夫妻性生活，28天彻底告别快男软男，做回自信的自己。记住微信358163379。
I was very lost in the beginning, and I'm very grateful that Dwayne, this is his genre. He's the master of all of that, and he helped me learn how to do it.
Yes, I was able to take away and retain a little bit of knowledge just in terms of a little bit of research that I was able to do around primates in the primate division of the Atlanta Zoo, and spending time with primatologists and spending time with gorillas, which was very interesting and really a fascinating study and an education.
I learned all about CRISPR because I didn't realize that when I read the script, I thought that this was all just a fantasy kind of thing. And then it was fascinating actually doing some research for my character and realizing this technology really exists. It's actually really scary because basically science is evolving at such a fast rate. Government can't really keep up in terms of legislating for all the gene editing technology that exists. So in the right hands, it has potential to do tremendous good, but in the wrong hands, it can be incredibly destructive.
I tried to play games. I played more games on my phone these days than I do on a console, like Xbox or things like that. On my phone, there's a
game, right?
They're all silly. Yes,
okay.
yeah. It's a game called Chase the Peach. It's just a weird, it's a weird thing.
I've tasted a lot of things that are delicious. Bao in particular, I'm obsessed with. I actually have some in this room right now, which I'm snacking on. But I haven't really been to see any scenic spots because we've had just a packed schedule, unfortunately. But I've just been incredibly impressed with Shanghai and how beautiful it is. I love the architecture and the warmth of the people, and the welcome has been incredible.
I was a big fan of Naomi, and certainly of the last film she did, which was top of mind for me when she was nominated for Moonlight. Moonlight, her film Moonlight had some personal connection with me. I've been down in that area in South Florida for many years, since I was 18. So I know the area very well that her story was based out of. And then everything that she's done with 007 and Pirates of the Caribbean. I would love to, yes. We had an opportunity to meet and hang out a couple of weeks ago. We talked about what is it? Is it a movie? What kind of idea could it be? But the best part about my meeting with Wu Jing is that we really just hit it off like we were friends, like we've known each other for a very long time. And it was, and I enjoy that part of getting to know him and becoming friends first, instead of thinking, oh, well, you're a very big star in China, so let's make a movie. That's fun to think about, but I love the idea of us just being friends, and then we'll see what happens.
Well, it's the third time I've worked with Dwayne. For me, the most fun I have with him is doing the action stuff. Is like the last 25 minutes of the movie where it's him fighting the monsters. I don't know, for me it's like we're kids again and we're like playing guns and we're just making it up, and Dwayne's really, really good at it. And it's really easy to direct him. And I thought he brought so much comedy, and it made the movie so much fun. It even surprised me how funny they were. The most challenging thing to shoot is probably the creatures, the large creatures. And it's mostly because they're not there. When you're shooting it, there's just sticks with tennis balls, and people are running around in green suits moving them, and your eye lines are going around. And it's very difficult, I think, for the cast. It's so funny you say that. I've been thinking about it nonstop since I've been here. I've been thinking about TV shows and movies, and specifically Shanghai. You know, this is a very cool, unique city. I'm falling in love with it. I would love to come back. I've been thinking a lot about it, actually. Like, as I'm walking, I walked around today. I went to I don't want to say the name, so I'll mess it up, but the garden, you know, the Wu Garden. You know, it's just so beautiful, and there's so much culture here. I definitely think it's going to happen. But for me, it's like I got to come up with the right idea, you know. But yeah, I'd love to.